Hello everyone, my name is Ebele Okaro Onyioha. I'm a theatre artist by profession, a Nollywood actor. Well, first of all, I want to say that it is sad that the African culture, which is so rich, Africa is so rich in culture. I mean, check out how many countries in Africa, and yet all of us are losing it. We're losing our mode of dressing. We're losing our mode of talking. We're losing our mode of, hairdressing. We're losing our religion. We're losing the way the children are normally brought up to be respectful to, each other, especially the elderly. We're losing it. We're losing the way, not just the kind of dresses we put on, but how short and overexposed these dresses are. Everything is out there now because of what we have imbibed from the European culture. And I think it is really, really bad. Most of our children today don't know a lot about the African culture. Most people can't even speak their language. They don't even understand. I don't blame them because sometimes it's the way you're brought up. If you're brought up in a different state where they're speaking a different language, you find out that your mother or your parents try to speak the language of the town where they find themselves in. And if they're not able to do that, they speak English. So English becomes the language of the day. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with learning how to speak nor write English because we need it to be able to interact with the rest of the world. But all I'm saying is that plus the English, French, and whatever language you want to learn out there, your own language is the most important one. I think basically we should stop denying the fact that we are Africans. God did not create us Africans to be African Oyibos. African. But then again, the world has become a global village, like they say. So it's like all of us are one entity. So we tend to influence one another, the different cultures of the whole world. But I want to ask a question. Why can't it be the African culture domineering the other cultures? Because it's so rich in culture. Come on. I mean, look at the Chinese. As much as they're very fashionable and also imbibing Western culture, they also remember their own personal culture. Their music, you see them dance, you see them sing, and all that. I think it's good to imbibe everything, but most importantly, let us be the best and the first. These days, you have your child abroad. Most of them don't want to come back home because they hear bad stories. I don't really blame them, but you can get them to learn about our culture through our music, through our drama. You see, in a drama or a particular storyline or a particular movie, you can expose our culture. You can expose the way we dress, the way we talk, what we do during certain situations, that are bound to come our way. You can showcase, like I just shot a movie, you know, and it was shot in Igbo, 100% Igbo. And of course, I know they're going to, write it out in English so that those that are not Igbo would learn. But I can bet you that one or two people out there who don't know anything about the Igbo language would pick one or two words or a sentence from that movie, and that is how we go. And then you see the kind of dressing that we have, and the way we respect each other, and things that are taboo to us that might not be taboo to people out there. Out there, Western world, we talk about female gender and all that, which is very good. But when it comes to our tradition, it's not that way. A woman must give respect to her husband, or a woman in our culture comes second. Now, when I say second, I don't mean that you're a lesser human being than the man. No, 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 I'll be the last person to say that. But I think also men should be given certain, you know, respect, because in the Bible, now I'm quoting the Bible, there is a head, and the man is always the head. In our culture, there is a head, and the man is always the head. In our religion, there is a head, and the man is always the head. So God must have had a reason. And you find out that in most marriages where a woman accords her husband respect, honestly, those marriages last longer and are stronger. And you find that family members growing up to be wiser and stronger in things that relate to the family. It's, even if you earn more than your husband, it doesn't really matter. Depends on how you manage yourself and how your husband carries himself as a husband. But that's by the way. We're talking of how to influence people out there and introduce our culture. Drama, 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 drama. We have what we call complete drama, where you have dances, dancing according to our cultural tradition. We have different dances that we can promote through drama. Maybe we have a traditional wedding and you showcase our kind of music and our kind of dancing. You showcase what we wear when we're getting married. You showcase what we wear when you're in mourning. We showcase what you wear when you're going for a chieftaincy title. We showcase what we have. Maybe if someone is about to take a title, depending on what kind of title, a yom or whatever, the dressing is different, and they're so beautiful and gorgeous. A lot of women out there that have made it, especially in Nigeria, Igbo land, they always come home to take that iyom. Oh, it's a wonderful sight to see. So I think through drama, we can teach a lot out there. Teach people our language, teach them our culture, teach them our religion, teach them the way we make our hair traditionally, teach them how we tie our scarves traditionally. These things look beautiful. I am not saying that I do not wear wig, but I think I look better when I'm dressed in an African wig. When I tie my scarf, forget this one was horridly done. When I tie my scarf and I walk out, my face shows everywhere is elegant. That's our culture. And I'm happy about one thing. A lot of Afro-Americans out there are beginning to imbibe the African culture, especially the blacks. You see them with their Afro hair. You see the way they dress, the outfits they make, you know. Our outfits are lovely, especially when you make things with Ankara and we step out in that colorful outfit. Come on. I'm so proud to be an African. Are you proud to be an African? Whether you're from Ghana, Togo, Cameroon, Kenya, we are one. If you Kenyan will promote your culture, I steal some from you, you know what we have? We got a fantastic culture. And I think drama is the best way. And through music, the kind of music we sing, a lot of foreigners are now dancing to our music because of the way it's done. When you mix Yoruba or Igbo with a little bit of English, infuse it here and there, and you come up with all those dances, now believe you will enjoy it. Oga togenanya, cause the Afro hair and I will see all you know, will look beautiful. Chukwu made a mistake. He knew what he was doing when he created us. That's all I can say. Yes, most of them don't go too far because of lack of funds. That's the first major problem we have in Nollywood industry, lack of funds. The government is trying, but they're not trying hard enough. Or would I say some people are monopolizing where the money is coming from? At least, now we have Netflix, we have Amazon coming in. But it's just in the hands of a few. We have a lot of filmmakers. We still have a lot of people that want to come into the industry, but it's money. You have to calculate how many days you have to be on set so you don't run out of money. Money is not just about how many days you stay on set. Money is about the quality of movie that you make. Money is about the kind of story that you write. Money is about the kind of location that you want to use for your production. If you want to go into the village to shoot, they will demand for some kind of compensation. You need to pay them. So they'll ask you how many days or how many hours are you staying for. But can you imagine a situation where you need to build sets? You have to pull down some trees or one or two things and build. It is money we're still talking about here. And then when you're there, you make the people in the locality happy and still use some of them in your drama. So everything is about money. You're talking of the equipment you use for shooting. It still boils down to money. You use red. You don't. How many people can afford to use red? Just one red. So abroad, when they're shooting, they have a lot of different cameras planted here and there to get different actions at the same time. But here, you have to keep doing it over and over again, and it gets frustrating. By the time you're done with how many scenes, you're tired. Let us be able to, if there's money, you can pay an artist to relax on your set and do a good job. Not for us to say, I'm shooting this max 3 weeks so I can go to another set. I can't survive on this money. Because the money they've paid you is already spent before it is paid. So we don't earn good money. And because you don't pay good money, nobody wants to be part of your project. So we need money. Money is the bottom line here. Money first. If there's availability of funds, then we could be able to say someone stay on set, bring the right equipment, bring the right people, whether they're coming from abroad or whether we're training them here, because to train them is still money. And then when you have money, you can train all these young girls that see you on the road every day. Auntie, I want to act. Hello, I am also looking for work. I can't grab you and be going up and down when I've not even given myself work to do. So it all boils down to finance. I keep saying it. So, if we could get people from out there to help us to shoot and finance our projects, you would see where Nollywood is. Already, you know where it is. You can mention Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood, these three major woods. Can you imagine us moving a bit higher? I mean, if you watch what we do and the quality of acting, you can tell that we have the best. The best. Or you go to shoot one movie, they will sleep, wake, sleep. Well, I'm tired. Man, we can hustle, no. But then again, it's good to plan it so we do a good job. Rest, play, shoot. That's what it should be. But like I keep saying, finance plays a major role. You can't train people without having money. You train them when there's money, put them up somewhere, have where to train them. Editors, directors, cameramen, DOPs, actors, writers, production people, crew members in totality, musicians, those that can sing, play the piano, play the guitar. All those things are part of drama. But we need money to develop. Sometimes, I don't want to say that social media has also helped in destroying our culture. Because now, to an extent, the culture is about how beautiful you are, what you have to show up in terms of your assets, both physical assets and, your cars and all those materialistic assets. And we tend to forget where we're coming from. The media helps you to just showcase most times the negativity in the society, but there's so much positivity in Africa. So what I tell the young ones, please learn or try to dress African. Look as African as you can and see how beautiful you are. Just check out some of those pictures that people take when they're well made up in their African attire with this, what do you call them? Their horse whip, you know, their lovely jigidas, and they look beautiful. You can still look sexy in what you wear. And overexposure doesn't make you attractive. Rather, for me, okay, you look, you've seen it all, and that's it. Most guys, whom are the people that we're showing up for, actually prefers when things are slightly hidden, because it's more classy, and you really want to know this person better. But when everything is out there, uh-uh. So all I'm asking the youth and those coming up is, you can actually make it by imbibing our African culture, by helping in terms of your dressing. There's so many things we can do to our hair. We weave it, we crochet it, we comb it out to afro, we blow dry it, and we look so beautiful and unique as Africans. I'm not saying you shouldn't, take up Weibo culture. I wear trousers too. I wear some, Oyibo outfits, but I do not joke with my African stuff. So let's be proud to be Africans. Let's try and see how far we can go by being more African than the next person and see if it would get you somewhere in the industry. I promise you it would. And the way you act when you're acting an Oyibo movie, when I say Oyibo movie, where it's basically a glamorous movie, it's different from when you're acting like an African a movie. And I think we should do more of the African stuff than always, oh my, all those Oyibo, it's nice, so. But let's also try and do a lot of African movies in our African attires. The first movie I shot in my life is called, what's it called? Musical Whispers. Everyone in that movie wore African. No, 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 no. Okay, I personally in that movie I wore African attire. I made sure that was, but majority of the other people wore African attires, especially the men too. But my first major soap, which is called Reflections, shot in Akwa Ibom. Ooh, I produced that movie. Everyone was in African outfit, and that it looked beautiful. I always try to do that in my movies. I always try to promote the African outfit, if nothing else. And when I do my drama, I always infuse Igbo. And my Igbo, now I swear. And I've made my mark in that. Initially when I started, most of the producers said, "Ah, no, censor board will not take it. This and that. You speak too much Igbo." South Africans speak their language and speak English. You have mother and son talking. The son is speaking English, mama is speaking a native, or the other way around. But when you start, now everybody's doing it, and everyone is enjoying it. Just to make your people special. Me, I agree, and then later with us, not delicate or not that. Once you know how to enjoy your language or whatever it is you're doing, it shows, and people will appreciate you. So I'm begging the youth, don't try to be more Igbo than Igbo. Try to be an African first before being an Igbo, and see where that would get you.
Madonna, the custom, no finder.